Hello and welcome. My name is Dean Mannheimer. It's my pleasure to share with you what I call the DubLi story. What I want to do is I want to bring you up to speed, first of all, on the history of DubLi, what they've done, the amount of time they've invested to get to where they're at today. I want to share with you what the current offering is to the public, which is really the foundation. It's the most important piece. And then I want to share with you a little bit of what the future is going to look like for DubLi. But as I begin to take you through the DubLi story, let me begin by saying this. As DubLi was putting together their business model, they looked at e-commerce. They also looked at history. And they saw every now and then in history, on the timeline, a certain company came along that was referred to as a game changer. Now, these are companies like eBay and Amazon and Apple and iTunes, and the list goes on. They went through, though, their formulation years. Now, these are the years that the naysayers were there. These are the people that said it wouldn't work. It's too complicated, too difficult. People won't do it online. They've lost too much money to be able to recoup what they need in profits to offset their losses. But they went through those formulation years, and today those companies are very successful international companies. Well, DubLi is the next game changer company, and they also have been going through the formulation years. They're now coming from those formulation years and are starting to move forwards. So let me begin, first of all, with a story, and let me give you the history as it relates to DubLi. Now, they were founded in June of 2003. Here's what's important about this timeline, and it's important that you follow it. They went from June of 2003 to 2006 not generating one single dollar in sales. All they did was spend money because everything about this business model needed to be built from the ground up, from their software development to relationships and contracts, personnel that needed to be hired, etc. In 2006, they felt good enough about the model as it existed in those days that they chose to run a test in 4 German-speaking countries in Denmark. They used one retail component and one other component, which was an auction component that existed in those days. They ran it then for 2 more years. Now that brings them to 2008, where they felt good enough after the modifications that were needed to be done were completed. They decided at that juncture to launch all of the EU simultaneously. It was the fall of 2008 that North America was launched with one component, and was an auction component that existed in those days. It's not even part of their business model today. In 2009, they introduced the shopping mall, which was an affiliate program in those years, not anything compared to what they have today. In 2010, they launched the entertainment division. 2011, the customer acquisition component. They spent the year of 2012 integrating all of these pieces, all of these parts into a single global platform deliverable to 200 countries. They are a publicly traded company on the OTC. Their headquarters is in Boca Raton, Florida. They have a technical headquarters in Berlin, Germany, and they also have a headquarters in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. So 10 years, they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year. 10 years to take this model to get it to where they're at today, which is basically their foundation. This is the base. This is where they wanted to be, quite frankly, a couple of years ago. Now that you've seen the history, or a little bit of the history in the company, let's talk about the people that are guiding DubLi. As I mentioned, they are a publicly traded company, and they have a board of directors. Blas Moros is chairman of the board. Blas was one of the original founders with Bill Gates at Microsoft. In fact, Blas is credited by Microsoft as the 5th most important person in Microsoft's history. He was credited with much of Microsoft's early international expansion. David Sassnet, also on the board of directors. David was also on the board of a number of NASDAQ publicly traded companies. He was also CFO for one of the NASDAQ publicly traded companies. He's been very instrumental in helping DubLi from the financial side, guiding them through what needed to be done to get them to where they're at today. Lester Rosenkrantz, also on the board of directors. Lester is president of Cameron & Associates. It's an old, respected brokerage firm out of New York. Lester's been on a number of boards of other publicly traded companies. Lester's also been instrumental in helping companies raise funds as they needed to move to the marketplace. Michael Hansen is the director of DubLi. He's also the founder. He's the chief executive officer. He is what we would call the brainchild behind DubLi. The other piece to the personnel side is the operations people. What DubLi has done, they've gone out and they've hired people from companies like Microsoft and Amazon and Living Social and Groupon. I mean, they have hired the best of the best to make sure they got the right people in the right slots to be able to bring the best of everything to the public as well as to the business side. And this includes everybody from Rick Daglio, the Chief Technology Officer, Richard Robson, the Director of Customer Support, who they hired from one of the largest customer support groups in the nation, to Thomas Sikora, who's the CPO, Eric Nelson, the Chief Financial Officer. They have taken great pains to make sure the right people are in the right place to have a top-notch, well-run company. With a little bit of an understanding of the history, with a little bit of understanding about the people behind the scenes, the third piece, and the most important piece, is really what is the offering to the public. The reason that I say that is because if you want a true long-term business, if you want a business that will give you true residual income year in and year out, if you want a company that you can, in your heart of hearts, that you're going to be able to hand down your business to your children and grandchildren, it's critical that you have a business where you've got retail customers willing to pay full retail price for your product or service with no vested interest in your business or even knowledge that there's a business opportunity attached to it. This is the foundation. This is where DubLi wanted to get to, and it's based on 4 pillars: travel, entertainment, shopping, and the media. Now let's talk a little bit about the travel. This is one of the largest travel platforms in the world. It doesn't matter where a customer logs in from: Japan, Korea, Germany, Mexico, Brazil, somewhere in the U.S. Whatever the major search engines are available to them in their countries, they're all tied into this platform. In other words, they have the ability to search all their travel wishes to get the best price, the best deal, literally the best of the best. It doesn't matter if they have a loyalty program with one of the suppliers, they get frequent flyer miles, upgrades, or whatever special arrangements are made. It doesn't matter whose credit card they use. If they're getting cash back, frequent flyer miles on the credit card, they get it all. They literally get the best deal, the best price, and DubLi pays them cash back on the best price they cannot get going direct to exactly the same source. Now, folks, what I'm showing you, by the way, on the retail side, this is DubLi.com, is free to the customers. They just sign up with their name, email address, and everything I'm showing you, they have access to. So this is the first pillar. Second pillar is shopping. It's one of the largest shopping malls in the world with over 55 million products. Every major store and brand you can think of is there. Doesn't matter if you're looking at Walmart, Kmart, Target, Nordstrom, Lord & Taylor, Walgreens, you name it, they're all there. Same situation with the shopping as exists with the travel. It doesn't matter if they're registered with a store. They get special coupons, special discounts, special arrangements, cash back. Doesn't matter whose credit card they use. Cash back, frequent flyer miles, again, they get it all. Best of the best. You see, DubLi's approach to the consumer is this. Instead of spending money on gasoline, your time, your energy, driving from place to place, location to location, do it online, do it through us, see if we can help you get it at a better price, a convenient way of buying an experience that you enjoy. If we can, you'll use us, and if we can't, you won't. What a remarkable way to build a business. They can create birthday lists and holiday lists and all types of things. They can save their searches, send items off to friends that they can take a look at and shop as well. It is a remarkable service to the consumer, especially when you think about today's economies on a global basis. The third pillar is entertainment. This allows the consumer to have access to one of the largest music libraries in the world, over 18 million songs. They can search by song or by artist or by genre. They can listen to this music all day long for free. They can search for all the music videos. They have access to over 40,000 internet radio stations around the world, over 40,000 flash games for the kids, single multiplayer games. They've also made arrangements with Netflix, giving our customers access to television programming and movies. You have Cyrus, which is part of it for the programming, the radios around the world. They have access to ebooks, audiobooks, everything you could imagine is available to our customers through the entertainment division, and that is the third pillar. Fourth pillar is media. Now here's what's important about the media section. In e-commerce, one of the biggest challenges for companies are loyalty. Why should a customer stay loyal to you? It can't be just about price. If it is, you lose. There will be somebody that sells something cheaper somewhere along the line. So what DubLi has done is they give all of our free customers their own email address at DubLi.com. The same company that put together the database management system and the email system for one of the largest telecom companies in the nation worked with DubLi to put theirs together as well. So in other words, it's on par with the big boys, the Gmails, the Yahoos, the AOL, same security protocols, same firewall protection. It is the best of the best. We also give our free customers storage in the cloud. Now that is becoming more and more popular with a lot of companies. Most customers who don't use their computers a lot, don't realize that they need to back up their computer. So if their computer crashes or something happens to it, their family pictures and their movies and all the digital material that they paid for that's on their hard drive, they lose it. So DubLi has made a very simple, convenient way for the customer to store all of their personal material in the cloud for free. And if something happens to their computer, they don't lose the things that are important to them. They just download it onto their new computer, download it back onto their computer if it's been repaired, and they're good to go, no problem. DubLi also knows that today customers are using the social media, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. They're also starting to read their newspapers online, USA Today and MSNBC, and the list goes on. And what DubLi's made arrangements to do is, through the social hub, they can tie in all the social media they use to the social hub, as well as all the newspapers, magazines. So when they log in to their DubLi.com site, they've literally logged into their email, their cloud storage, all the social media, all their magazines in one login process. So they no longer have to leave where they're at to go to Facebook and post something, or leave their location and go to Twitter and send a tweet out, or leave where they're at and go to USA Today to read the magazine. It's all driven right here. Very simple, very convenient, very easy. The other thing that DubLi has done, there's a term out there today that's called gamification. It's been in development for several years. Two of the leading developers of gamification have been working with DubLi to also include that in what DubLi is offering to the public. If any of you have ever watched the commercials on TV, and whether it was, the Ford commercial or Coca-Cola or Microsoft, and they said, text this word to this phone number that they give you, that's called gamification. It's getting the customers engaged, involved with the company. DubLi is going to engage the customers where they're going to get recognition. They're going to get that identification, which is what they're looking for, on how they use the shopping mall, how they use the entertainment, how they refer other customers. And so it's fun. It's exciting. It's part of that loyalty aspect that keeps them with DubLi and makes us part of the family. And they'll continue to enhance that and develop as it moves forwards. They will also make sure that all customers will receive a branded DubLi MasterCard. Now, this is a debit card, so they can take the cash that they earn from DubLi.com, put it on the MasterCard, and take it offline. They can take it to an ATM machine, and they can pull the cash out, or they can use it anywhere that MasterCard is accepted. Now, folks, down the road, this will become more and more important to DubLi, as well as the customers, but the first step was getting this into the hands of every single customer so they have access to it and the ability to move that cash onto that MasterCard. As I mentioned, everything I was showing you is free to customers. But we also have what are called some memberships. We have what we call our premium membership. It's $4.95 a month on a month-to-month basis for a premium customer. Now, they get everything that a free customer gets, plus they get an additional 4% flat across the board on every dollar that is spent, regardless of store, in the mall, in the travel, and in the DubLi store. 4% across the board. It's paid annually like what I call the Costco model. I use Costco as an example because my wife and I have our corporate Costco card. It costs us about $135 a year. And at the end of the year, we get 2% back, and there's generally enough cash there to pay for the next year's Costco card. But it doesn't get us anything else from any other store. Think of this, $4.95, call it $5 a month, $60 a year, an additional 4% cash back, and it doesn't matter whether you're shopping in Walmart, Target, or Nordstrom, it doesn't matter. All the travel, everything paid in one lump sum on top of the free percentage that all stores are giving all of our free customers. It'll be the largest chunk of money that a customer ever sees at one given time. We also give the premium customers additional cloud storage. They get 5 gigabytes instead of 2 for the free. And in the entertainment section, we also allow them to create playlists, save playlists, both music and video, radio stations, games, share the music with other subscribing members, or post it on the social media. Again, another value, great value for our premium customers. Then we also have what we call our VIP customers. The VIP customer pays $99 for the year, 1 year. It's paid on an annual basis. Now, they get, obviously, everything a free customer gets, but they get an additional 6% cash back, again, on every dollar spent in the mall, the travel, the DubLi store, you name it. But this is paid monthly along with the free percentage, which is paid monthly, so you don't have to wait for this. 6% every single month. Now, we also give our VIP customers additional cloud storage. They get 100 gigabytes of storage space. In fact, I just saw something that with customers that were with Apple, they give them 50 gigabytes of space for $99. We're including that for free with our VIP membership. Now, they have the same access on all of the playlists and the ability to save that in the entertainment, but we also give our VIP customers access to 2 additional programs. One is called our Customer Referral Program, and the other is called our VIP Offers. Now, in the VIP Offers, they get access to the Priority Pass discounts when they buy that. And the Priority Pass is something that I buy every year and a half for years because I travel so much. The discount that I get when I pay for my Priority Pass is much greater than the $99 a year I pay for my VIP membership with DubLi. So in other words, Priority Pass is actually paying for my membership. Or I have access to the Sports Event 360 where I can get additional tickets from ticket brokers to, sporting events or operas or whatever. You get a golf card with discounts at all of these golf clubs all over the world, a vacation club, World SIM card for those that travel and have unlocked phones. They can put a World SIM in it. They can make and receive international calls without roaming charges. Again, great benefits for the VIP customers with much, much more coming as well. The VIP referral program is also very remarkable. A VIP customer that refers another person who becomes a VIP customer, DubLi will pay them $20 one time as a way of saying thank you for the referral. Now, if they do that 5 times during the course of the year, that's $100. Their membership was free. Or they can continue just to refer people on a month-to-month basis, helping them save money, save time, have a buying experience that they enjoy, and earn an extra $100 or $200 a month. Think about that for stay-at-home moms. It is an amazing offering from DubLi to the public. Let's change gears a little bit and let's talk about the business side, DubLi Network. What DubLi has done is they've taken all of the products that they used to sell to our business associates separately, and they've packaged them into one package. But an individual has the ability to become a business associate for free with DubLi. And they have the ability to earn a 25% commission on all commissionable transactions generated by any of the personal customers that they've enrolled and any customers that they refer. They're not in the business building side. They're strictly in it to develop a retail business. But if they want to become part of the business, then all of those products that were put into one package is $499. This is a one-time fee that they pay. There is no other charge required in North America. Starting year number 2, there will be a $39 a month administrative fee that handles literally everything that DubLi does on behalf of the business associate, from the customer service for the retail customers to the incentivizing, the daily deals, the specials, the upselling, all of it. And if you think about it, a $39 administrative fee to run a global business is, it's ridiculous. It's one of the cheapest costs you'd ever run into any business. Beyond the $499, it really is up to the individual and what kind of business they want, how fast they want it to move, what kind of money they want to really develop over a relatively short period of time. That's up to them. But DubLi has made products available for us on the business side that helps us meet the requirements of our business plan. And we have some membership packages. One are the premium membership packages. The others are VIP membership packages. Now, for $300, you can get 20 3-month premium membership vouchers. For $500, you can get 40 3-month premium membership vouchers. For $295, you can get 3 VIP membership vouchers. And for $485, you get 5. People who do their own marketing. We've got a lot of folks that are joining DubLi that have been doing marketing for years. They have their own database. They've got their own websites. They've got their own promotional activity going on, both online and offline, people who run promotions in magazines and those types of things. They'll take these membership packages and use them as incentives for their database to incentivize them to experience the DubLi shopping experience and see the value. They will engage and they become part of their DubLi consumer side of the business. So it's a great way to, if you have that database, you do your own marketing to use it as a tool to accelerate the growth of the retail side of the business. Even business associates that don't do their own marketing will use these as gifts for people graduating, holidays, that type of thing. Now, another product that we have are the marketing packages. DubLi does branding, and they've been doing it primarily in North America. In the next 60 to 120 days, what I'm about to show you here, they will be doing on a global basis, so we'll be able to participate with DubLi if it fits into our business plan, utilizing marketing packages in conjunction with DubLi in each one of these countries as they move forward. Currently, it's here in North America. It's $1,000 for participation per unit of participation in the branding campaign. With that, we get 12 VIP customers, and this is a way for us to augment the development of the consumer side of the business, again, if it fits within our business plan. Now, the last product I want to talk about is what we call our Team Leader Accelerator Package. Now, this is a promotional piece. This is strictly a promotion. I also want to stress that this is not designed for the masses. This is designed for successful business people, people who've made very good money from the businesses that they're coming from. It doesn't matter what line of endeavor they're coming from. They know how to run a business. They know how to take care of their people. They look at DubLi. They look at what's happening with e-commerce. They make the decision they want to participate. They say, I get it. I understand. I want to move. I want to move fast. How do I do that? I don't want to leave money on the table. This is for them and them only. It's $7,000. It includes the $499 that all business associates pay when they become a business associate with DubLi. It includes their choice of premium membership vouchers, and there's several they can choose from. It includes 6 of the marketing campaigns, which is 72 VIP customers. It includes immediate promotion to what we call Team Leader, and I'm going to talk about that in the compensation plan. And it includes the ability for them to market to what we call our partner programs. Now, the partner programs are standalone business models for both profit companies as well as nonprofit companies. This, again, is a promotion that DubLi is running. It serves 2 purposes. One is what I refer to as a rapid rank advancement tool, and 2, it puts larger and larger quantities of customers into the business much, much faster. Let's go through the compensation plan and pull this together. There's 2 sources of income. One is on the personal customer side through DubLi.com. The other is through the business building side through DubLi Network. On DubLi.com, when somebody becomes a business associate by paying the $499, they're given the title of team member. As a team member, they have the ability to earn a 25% commission on all transactions that are generated by their customers and referred customers. Now, this example is designed to show you there's a viral growth aspect to the DubLi business model that's never been seen before in a business model. In fact, the closest thing to it would probably be the social media like Facebook and Twitter. But in a business model, a retail component that grows virally, it's never been seen before. What this indicates is this business associate could have a friend that lives across the street who becomes a customer, who has a brother in the military stationed in Germany that becomes a customer, whose best friend is in the military stationed in Japan that becomes a customer, whose friend of his just came out of the military and moved to California and became a customer, whose brother lives in Texas became a customer, and their sister who lives in Vermont became a customer. In other words, the business associate has no idea who any of these people are, but DubLi will treat them as if the business associate personally enrolled them all. So the business associate gets paid on every commissionable transaction generated by all customers around the world, regardless of how they were brought into to DubLi.com, whether they did it personally or they were referred by someone else. The second source of income is on the business building side, and this is through DubLi Network. This is where we have the ability to earn an additional 5 as much as 27.5% on all commissionable transactions by our organization. As I mentioned, when somebody in North America pays $499, they're given the title of team member. It's the entry-level position on the business building side. They have the ability to earn 5% commission on all the new people that they personally enroll and whatever they buy, and all the transactions generated by their customers. When they have personally enrolled 3 people who have the title of team member, they get their first promotion to a position we call team leader. As a team leader, they pick up an additional 5%, so now their cumulative total is 10. And this compensation plan, I refer to it as a differential. In other words, the individual is paid the difference between what their cumulative total would be and the cumulative total of the people in their business would be. In this case, this individual is entitled to 10. These folks are entitled to 5. The differential is 5. So this team leader will earn 5% on all the new people coming into the business over here, whatever they buy, all the transactions generated by the customers. They will earn 10% on the new business they start. They will earn 5% on the business as it grows and matures. If you had selected the TLA package, the Team Leader Accelerator package, you would start here with no organization and have the ability to earn 10% on even the first 3 people you enroll in the business. Now, I'm going to take you through the compensation plan as we build it organically. I will come back to the TLA package here in a moment to help you understand the significance of it. So if we take this and we duplicate it one more time and help these 3 people do what this individual did and help each one of them enroll their 3, they will each then become a team leader. This individual then becomes what we call a team coordinator. It's just a title. Picks up another 5%, so his total now is at 15. The differential is still 5 because it's 15 minus 10, but the numbers of people coming in the business over here are much larger. The numbers of transactions being generated by customers is much larger, so the team coordinator's income is growing. He'll earn 15% on new business he starts, 10% on that business as it grows and matures. So I think you start to see how the differential works. If we take it one step further, help these 3 people who each have enrolled 3, help their enrolled 3 enroll their 3, these folks will become a team coordinator just like this individual did. And when that happens, this individual gets another promotion to what we call sales director. As a sales director, his now earnings picks up another 5. He's at 20% total cumulative earning. The differential is still the same. 20 minus 15 is 5. But now the numbers are much, much larger, folks. Much, much larger. Most sales directors, when they achieve the rank of sales director, will have between 50 and 250 people in their business. But as an example, if we were building this in a perfect world, which we know we don't live in, when you enroll 3 people, you're promoted to team leader. Help the 3 enroll their 3 for 9 more, you're promoted to team coordinator. Help the 9 enroll their 3 for 27 more. The total of 39 in the group, you could be promoted to sales director. That's in a perfect world, which we don't live in. If you use the TLA package, you started with the TLA package, you were a team leader with no organization. You enroll 3 people using the TLA package, you're promoted to team coordinator with a group of 3. Help the 3 enroll their 3 for 9 more using the TLA package. They buy the TLA package. You're promoted to sales director with an organization of 12 versus an organization of 39 in a perfect world, which we know we don't live in. And most sales directors have between 50 and 250 people to get there. So I just wanted you to understand the advantage of utilizing the Team Leader Accelerator package, and that's why I refer to it as a rapid rank advancement tool. Now, the next promotion from sales directors, we call vice president. This is where it's going to change a little bit. You need to have at least 5 sales teams. Someplace in each sales team needs to be a sales director. They do not need to be personally enrolled. You get the promotion of vice president. You pick up another 5%, so your cumulative total now is 25. The differential is still 5. It's 25 minus 20, but the numbers are massive. We have vice presidents that are earning a very, very nice 6-figure a month income. You can see how as you build your organization, as more and more customers start developing, the numbers are going to grow. They're going to grow very, very quickly and driving that income. Now, vice presidents will earn 25% on new business, 20% on the business that grows and matures, and again, you get a feel for the way the differential works. Top position in our business is what we call a senior vice president. Same basic structure, 5 sales teams. Someplace in each sales team needs to be a vice president. Again, they don't need to be personally enrolled. You pick up an additional 2.5%, so you're now at a total of 27.5%. That's how that number comes to be. The differential between a senior vice president and a vice president is only 2.5%. But folks, the numbers are massive. I mean, absolutely massive. Now, we do have 2 senior vice presidents in the DubLi family. They're earning a very, very handsome 6-figure, multiple 6-figure a month income. And again, as the retail side of the business continues to grow on a global basis for everybody, regardless of rank, no matter what their earnings are today, it will be dwarfed over the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months to come because of the consumer side of the business. This gives you a quick snapshot of what I just walked you through. These are the titles. 5% is assigned to each one of those positions in terms of earnings, 2.5% for the senior vice president. This shows you the aggregate totals we just went through. Also, as you're building your business, you achieve the rank of team coordinator. You will have team coordinators in your group. You will earn what we call a 2% generational override on that first team coordinator all the way through to the next. Sales directors pick up 2 generations, 2 and 1. Vice presidents pick up 3 generations, 2, 2 and 1. And senior vice presidents pick up 2 generations, 1.5 and 1. Now, these numbers may seem small to you, but folks, the income is massive. It's income you take to the bank. It is not the percentages. Now, let me kind of pull this together for you in this fashion. I like using a couple of analogies to help people kind of grasp where DubLi is going. If you think about the credit card companies and the banks that issue credit cards, they make billions of dollars annually on credit card transaction fees. So I always ask the question, do you think they really care where you use your credit cards? And the answer is no. They just want you using the credit card so they earn the transaction fee. The other analogy I use is Amazon. When Amazon was in their formulation years, they were a bookseller. They had some initial challenges which they quickly overcame. They've increased their product lines. Today, they're a very, very successful international company doing very well. If you'd had a friend in ownership with Amazon in the formulation years, and you negotiated even a small transaction fee on every transaction they generated moving forwards in the future, what kind of income would you be generating today? It'd be astronomical, but it was never part of the equation. If you grasp that analogy that I just gave you, if you see what I just showed you in DubLi.com, if you grasp where this is going, and this is what DubLi knows, everything people have historically done in the traditional brick-and-mortar world, they will do in the internet, or already are doing on the internet, depending on the country they live in. This will include everything from children's education, how do you source and pay for your health insurance, life insurance, cell phone bills, you name it, it's all there. What we're building is the world's largest online community, transactionally driven. Folks, this is not only about being part of an incredible company. This is part of the opportunity to be part of history in the making. If you've dreamed big, if you've thought about having certain things that you wanted to deliver to your family and maybe kind of gave up on it, now's the time to dust those dreams off, dust those desires off. You have an opportunity to absolutely create the greatest source of income, not by trying to sell somebody a product and service, but by being a service to people and their families. I want to thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of time sharing what I call the DubLi story with you. Please get back to whoever invited you on this presentation. If you have questions, our job is to make sure your questions get answered. We want to make sure that, we've done our job, so whatever decision you make that you feel is best for you and your family, then that's the best decision you can make. We just need to make sure we gave you the information correctly. With that, I want to say thank you very much. It's my pleasure telling the DubLi story. Have a wonderful day.